Oh baby, a triple. What is up guys, it's Sky and it's time for an episode of Fighter Plane Mastery. Today I'm going to break down a dogfight that I had on PS4. I'm going to go back to the topics of switching and rotation. In this dogfight I'll show you a dogfight that operates with no minimap. My opponent isn't spotted initially. I'll talk about how you should adapt to that and ways of gaining situational awareness in that situation. I'll focus on the topic of rotation and you'll notice how important it is, and my opponent doesn't do it, you'll see how it gets him in trouble. So I'll cut forward a bit and you'll see that I'm shooting an attack plane here that I think is my opponent. Now I know my opponent is in the air somewhere, so I turn and find him visually. Pass him in a head on here, but I don't have enough time to spot him. So I go top here and I rotate. I switch and rotate and I'm trying to find my opponent in my field of view. You'll notice here that I'm actually ruddering and rolling away from the direction of rotation because I'm going to switch and turn sharply back into it just to create a different angle. My plan is just to go middle and rotate, but at the same time I'm also checking visually for my opponent. I actually find him and then just fly toward him to pass the head on. Instead of switching and going middle right away, I rotate a little bit before going middle and actually catch sight of my opponent here. And you'll see I have massive angles on him, and the reason that I do is because he didn't rotate. You'll see a lot of public match dogfighters do. They'll climb to the flight ceiling or they'll dive down to the ground. It often works against a lot of less aware opponents, but you see how it gives you massive angles. Against a good dogfighter, it's more important to keep rotating and make smaller, subtle switches. At this point, I have such massive angles on him that he's going to have a lot of work cut out for him to be able to reverse his dogfight, and you'll see that he's not really going to be able to do that. I'm actually able to spot him and follow him on the mini-map. It's always best to assume that you're spotted and just engage in a traditional close quarters turning battle, switch, rotate. I actually ended up losing him because I went to spot him, but I spotted the Dreadnought instead. So I rotate again, find him, and actually use my spot flares to spot him on the minimap. Just for a couple seconds, I can read his loop, spot him again, and then I end up taking out his elevator. And you guys know that the worst thing that can happen is to lose your elevator. Then you can't pitch anymore, you can't turn, and it gets a good dogfighter, and it's pretty much game over after that. I was glad to show you guys this one because it's on PS4, and my movements are a lot more refined on PS4. But again, I'm not going to lie to you and say I'm really the best out there. I've fought some really good dogfighters, and I'm just learning just like the rest of you guys. But if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, guys.